This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/Psychetruth.
I have tons of awesome videos already ready for you. You can join me on Amazon Prime Video. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration. Hey, welcome back. I know yesterday we did this intense HIIT workout, did a lot of shoulder and upper back work, and you did a great job. But today we're going to give you a little bit of opening for those shoulders. We will be starting today in downward facing dog, but if you'd also like to alleviate some of the pressure on your wrists, you could always just take tabletop. And as we go through this sequence, know that you're doing tremendous work to open up your chest, to find great posture. And also, whenever you take some of these back bending shapes that we'll find today, you're balancing out your hormones. You're actually giving yourself a little boost of happy hormones, some awake, some alive, some feeling really confident hormones in your body. So that's all good stuff. Let's get started. Come on back to downward facing dog, unless you're opting for tabletop today. Shift your back, hips up high, and begin to pedal out through the legs. This is just so that you feel comfortable in the back line of the legs, even though most of this practice will be focusing on how do you feel in the upper body, in the chest, and the shoulders, and the arms. So press down into your hands, lift up through the arms, but then lengthen the neck in between the upper arm bones so that you feel both strong as well as open. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, step your right foot forward, lower your left knee down, untuck your toes unless you like them tucked for support, and come on up to a kneeling crescent. So we're getting the added bonus of getting this nice hip opener for the back leg, and then open up through the chest, lift your heart. Take your right hand over to your left wrist, lengthen up through the left side body, and then gentle side bend over. Continue to move the rib cage up and the front ribs in so you stay lifted and tall. Great. On your next inhale, both fingertips reach up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, open to cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades in, open up through the chest, gaze up. Let's add a little breath to movement there. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, wide. Inhale, everything up. Exhale wide. Last time up. Pull your elbows wide. Good, reach up. And then take your left elbow under your right, bind at eagle. Chest stays tall. Breathe into the upper back and continue to push down through your front foot and your back shin. Draw the low belly in and up. Lift the heart and lift your forearms now so you're finding this nice upper back bend as well as the eagle arms. You have a lot going on in the body. You might notice little shakes and quakes. That's totally fine. Beautiful. On the next breath in, unwind the arms, reach them up. And on your exhale, plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And a big wide open exhale. Again, full in. Exhale. Last time. All the way out. Good. Step your left foot forward. Lower your right knee down. Come up to kneeling crescent. Press down through all four corners of your front foot, as well as the shin of your back leg. Zip the pubic bone up towards the belly button. You'll feel the hip flexor stretch on the right hip. Turn the heart up towards the wrists. Now take your left hand over to your right wrist, lengthen up to the side body, and then a little side bend. So whenever we think about giving our body space around the heart, it's not just the chest, it's also the sides, and it's also the back side of the heart, so the upper back. Continue to stay long and use all of that spacious length to deepen the side bend. Good. On your inhale, reach your fingertips up. Cactus arm back bend. Open up. Inhale, fingers to sky. Exhale, wide open. Reach up and lift. Wide open. Last time like that. Inhale, fingers up. Exhale, eagle the right arm underneath the left. Start by finding a lot of structure down through the legs. Zip up through the belly. Then begin to lift the heart up into the upper arm bones, and perhaps you find that back bend. Move the rib cage up, the chest wall up. Breathe, yogi. Really nice. Beautiful. Exhale here. Everything unwinds. Big breath. Reach up. Downward facing dog. Plant your hands. Step back. Pedal the legs a little bit. Find some relief for the hip. Good. So we'll add on from there. Similar motions, but from a slightly different leg variation. Step your right foot forward. Spiral your left heel down and come up to warrior one. So as you come up to warrior one, deepen down into the legs so that you can lengthen up through the side waist and the arms. Lift your chest up tall. Take a full breath in, and then we'll return to the eagle arms on breath out, left arm under right. Here in warrior one, maintain your lunge and we'll add a little crunch. So gentle movement of the spine. Instead of thinking this like a crunch workout for the abs, think about this as spinal movement. Take your thumbs to your third eye, lift the forehead up, and on your exhale, draw the elbows into the belly button and round your back. Feel your forearms come down to the inside edge of the inner thigh and press the back of the heart up to the ceiling. Good. A little fluid motion. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, round. Inhale, arms up. Last time, round. Good. Unravel the arms. Inhale it up. Cactus arms. Exhale, wide. Inhale, arms up. And then fingers behind your back. Interlace the hands or put a washcloth or a small strap between your hands. Loop the shoulder heads back and drive the knuckles down. Lift your chest open wide so you're stretching the pec muscles. Should feel very expansive from collarbone to collarbone. And then fold forward into humble warrior. Warrior one legs. Bow from the hips and let your head drop. Try to look back up towards your navel. Slide your right sit bone towards your left heel. Move the chest farther forward and re-drop the head for more depth. Trust that your body knows what it's doing and that your legs will hold you. Continue to squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back body. Really nice. I know that front leg's burning a little bit. It's a sneaky burn, but it's good for us. Good. Release the fingertips down. Come back up to your warrior one, and then a little balance challenge. Left arm under right, step up, eagle. Sit low in your legs, hug into the midline, and let your drishti focus come to one unmoving point in the room. Take 2 more breaths. You're almost there. Great. Hands to heart. Unwind the left leg, step it back to lunge, and place the heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find a little bit of relief for that right leg, and a lot of relief for the whole body. Good. Come to stillness and take a deep breath in, and a big breath out. You're doing great, yogi. Let's move to the other side. Step your left foot forward, spiral the back heel down, rise up to warrior one. So the hips, the armpits, the shoulders, they all shine forward. Lift your chest wall up. Notice if when you lift your chest, you start to dump in the back. Instead, knit the front ribs in so you're nice and firm, and then pull up out of the waist. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, swing your right arm underneath your left. Good. Deepen down into the lunge. You still have your eagle arms, and then begin to tip the arms up to the ceiling and find that little spinal movement. Exhale, elbows to belly button. Stay firm in the back leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw it in. Good, lift. Lubricating the spine. Also pulling some space between the shoulders. One more time, lift. And exhale, pull it in. Nice work. Everything unravels. Big reach as you breathe in. And then a cactus arm open. Inhale, fingers up. Exhale, hands behind your back. Switch which thumb is on top so you balance it out. Loop the shoulder heads back, knuckles drive down towards the heel. Squeeze the shoulder blades into the back body. That'll help open the chest. Inhale. Exhale to humble warrior. Bring your ribs to the inside seam of the left thigh and drop your head. So this is one of those postures that creates some balance. We have the energy and the stamina in the legs. We have the opening in the chest, which energizes us. But we're also folding forward, so our head is below our heart, which is typically a calming sensation. You have so many different things going on all at once here in this single pose. That's why I love yoga. You can find so many benefits from just one yoga pose. Take another breath in. Big exhale. Release the fingers down. Come back up to warrior one. Let that left leg burn a little bit. Right arm underneath your left. Step up. And then bind down into your eagle. A little balance challenge. Hug the belly in. Lift your chest up. Stay for 2 breaths and find one unmoving point in the room. You're doing great. Hands to your heart. Step your right foot back. Spiral the heel down. Warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Then lower your knees and breathe out. From tabletop, extend your right leg back. Circle your left hand back to grab your foot, so bend your knee. And if you can, walk your hand all the way around to grab the outside edge of the foot. This way you can loop the shoulder head back and the shoulder blade will be on the back body. Little tiger pose. Kick through the foot. Energize the shoulder blade into the back ribs. Push the heart open. Big breath in. Exhale, release hand and knee down. Let's move to the other side. Left leg lifts. Right hand circles back to capture the foot. You can capture the inside edge, you just won't have as much shoulder range. If you can, walk the hand all the way to the outside edge so that you can loop the shoulder head back and find good, firm security of the shoulder blade on the back body. Then kick the shin back. That'll help you open up the chest wall. Look for the stretch to be in the pec as opposed to just in the shoulder. Flare through the toes and find a little extra lift. And on your exhale, hand and knee down. We'll lower down to our belly. So as you come on down, so take your arms down by your side, drop your forehead, and then on an inhale, we'll take locust with airplane arms. So lift your legs, pelvis stays rooted, lift your chest and lift your arms. Hug in towards the midline and lift your gaze forward. Take one more breath in, and on your exhale, release. Rock your heels side to side. Great. We'll take similar shape, but this time with a bind. Interlace the hands, loop the shoulder heads back so the knuckles lift off your seat. Everything comes up. Root into the pelvis, flare through your toes, Hug the shoulder blades in and down, open your chest forward. Gaze can be forward or perhaps slightly up. Everything lifts. Exhale, release. Rock your heels side to side. Great. We'll come into the last of our belly down spine work. Bend into your knees. Take both hands to the outside edges of the feet or ankles. Loop the shoulder heads back and then kick. Dhanurasana, floor bow, flare through the toes, hug the inner thighs. Shoulder blades dock on the back body, neck stays nice and long. Notice that as you breathe, your breath can come into the upper lobes of the lungs, stretching out the chest wall, stretching out your pecs. Take another breath in. Exhale, release, and this time we'll give a little alternate option for the shoulders. So stack the forearms and just lay your forehead down. Just brings the arms into a different direction from all those locust and bow pose. Swish the heels side to side to relax the back, which should feel pretty good. And breathe. Open up with a good. Release the hands underneath the shoulders. Press to a table. Cross your ankles behind you so you can bring your feet out in front. You're going to tuck your right heel in towards your sit bone. And if that doesn't feel good in your body, you can always extend it forward. And then cross the left foot to the outside of the right knee. Hug in. Turn your chest towards the inner thigh. Options. You have two of them. Well, probably more than that, but two major options for the arm. You can hook the elbow to the outside of the knee and you can take your twist. And this can be a little more intense. So continue to anchor down through the back arm and really lengthen the spine. For something that's a little bit more supportive in the body, especially if you don't want to be as twisty today, just wrap your arm around. If you want a variety that's a little less intense on your back, you can always just hug around the knee, stay close into the thigh, and lessen the twist. Whenever we do a lot of hard opening, it's great to counterbalance it with a twist, which we talked about in a few of the videos. When you work the spine, you want to work it in as many directions as you can, so you really have a holistic practice. Good, let's take that to the other side, so just switch the legs. Again, if you want, you can always take that bottom leg straight forward, lengthen up through your crown, turn belly button towards the inner thigh, either hug around the knee or hook the elbow. Continue to lengthen from sit bones to crown. Turn your gaze over your shoulder. If your shoulder starts creeping up near your ear, then you just take the other variety. Totally fine. Take a deep breath in, twist to your depth, and exhale, unwind. So come on down to your back. Recline down, should feel really, really nice. And then just stamp the feet wide. The knees can knock in just a little bit. And then from there, we'll swish the knees side to side, relaxing the low back and also getting a nice little hip massage. Arms will stay open, and if you can, keep your palms face up because that'll preserve all of that spacious length that we've created across the chest. Just a couple more side to side movements with the hips. Good. Now just cross the right shin over the left thigh. Hug in, a little release for the glutes, especially after that really long hold in the warrior one legs. Good, and then switch sides, a little supine pigeon, left shin over the right thigh, hug in. When you're in a pigeon pose, if you feel any tenderness in the knee, pay attention to activating your toes all the way back towards the kneecap. Great. Now draw both knees into your chest, pull them down. We'll keep the head down today just to preserve all the space that you've created for the neck. And then exhale into Shavasana. Shavasana can be long and spacious. Couple options for the arms. So pay attention to the upper body. You can either turn the palms face up or you can take a little cactus arms. Take a variation that helps you feel wide, expansive, and open. Let your eyes fall closed, but even though your eyes are closed, continue to feel all of the energy moving through the body. So you're not drifting towards sleep, you're staying present with yourself, with your breath. The breath is resonant, it is full, but it is not aggressive. It's still soft and rhythmic. I tend to carry a lot of tension in my jaw. I often tell my students in my classes who I see, hey, are you holding that pose with your teeth? Sometimes we feel like our jaw could just take over all of the tension that we're feeling in the body, and really that's not what it's built to do. So just keep your face soft, your jaw soft. And notice that when you soften your mouth, you also feel relief in your neck. About 3 more breaths. You'll do yourself such a service if you commit to staying in your Shavasana for as long as time permits. 1 more breath in. Let's take an open mouth exhale together, just Good. Roll over to your side. Use your hands to press yourself up so your neck doesn't have to strain. Come to a seat. And we'll just stay wide open with our hands today. There's a mudra I like to take for meditation as well as for closing class. A little thumb to index finger, palms up, a symbol for wisdom. It's also just a gesture for meditation. You might notice a sense of clarity and calm when you bring mudra into your yoga practice because it gives your brain something to pay attention to. So thank you so much for diving into a practice that was focused, energized, calm, and I hope it made you feel super spacious and open-hearted today. Those are the types of things we can carry with us off the mat as well. I hope you feel that for the rest of your day. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, namaste. Today's bonus tip is all about comfort food. And don't worry, I'm not taking all your favorite comfort foods away, but I am going to suggest some delicious swaps you can do so that you feel satisfied. You can look forward to comfort foods, but you also know that you're making some easy, simple swaps that are more healthful, more nutritious, and I personally think taste way better. So let's think about things we love. Taco night, pasta night, grilling out, eating burgers. Yes, all of those things we love. Part of the reason that we have such a good feeling around comfort food is because it also is a social thing. When we have taco nights or we grill burgers, we're usually doing it with friends and family. And I know that when you're on a weight loss journey or you have a fitness goal, sometimes it feels like you're the bummer, right? You go to the party and you can't eat anything there and you just feel kind of weird because everyone else is gorging on all of this unhealthy food, but they seem to be having such a great time doing it. It's not that we want you to feel like a bummer. I want you to have fun when you're out with friends and family. And when you know some simple comfort food swaps, you'll never feel like you have to deprive yourself of the enjoyment of food or that you have to isolate yourself from social situations that might have some of the comfort food regulars. Instead, you can provide the comfort food alternatives. So let's start with why we want to do this. Well, a lot of times when we look at our comfort food, it came from a place of maybe the mom or the grandma or the family together was creating these foods, but then they turned into packaged, processed versions of that aren't that good for us. Queso is a really good example of this. Queso that comes in a jar from the store oftentimes has so many ingredients you can't even pronounce that the fact that it's cheese is the least of your concerns. There's so much other stuff in this. For example, this one actually has artificial colors. The cheese already had plenty of color to begin with, so obviously they felt like you needed more. But what do I think you should have instead of queso is just a delicious salsa. And even salsas that are from the store in a jar oftentimes have way less added ingredients. For example, I can read all of the ingredients in this salsa no problem, and I know exactly what vegetable they came from. A second thing that you can easily substitute, let's say we're going to go with this theme of taco night, is you can work with corn tortillas instead of flour tortillas. I know that it seems like you're in a definite camp. You're either a flour tortilla person or a corn tortilla person. But if you can try the corn tortillas, trust me, the health benefits, as long as you can eat corn, are in your favor. For example, with these corn tortillas, and these are the ones that I always have at home, I can read all of the ingredients. It's stone ground non-GMO corn, water, and lime. That's it. And they're so tasty. One tortilla has 50 calories, no fat, and it has about 12 grams of carbohydrates. One of these flour tortillas, on the other hand, have a whole bunch of ingredients that I'm not even going to try and pronounce because I'll butcher them. One tortilla has 120 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, and 22 grams of carbohydrates. So really, it's about double the carbs in just one of these tortillas. I know that a lot of times with corn tortillas, we double them up, but a lot of times you don't even need to. And so right off the bat, you're saving yourself a lot of calories and a lot of fat, just making a simple switch, and you don't even have to change what's going on in the inside. Really, a taco shell is just a vehicle for filling anyways, right? So make sure that the filling is tasty. Another time that feels a little bit social and you don't want to be left out are those grill outs I was talking about, when everyone's eating a burger, but maybe you want to go for a healthier option. You want to skip the bun, or you want to be a little bit more in control of what's going on the inside. That's when I suggest bringing over some veggie kebabs. So a lot of times the store will even have them pre-made, so it's really easy. But you can take some veggie kebabs, and if you really want to have a meat item on there, you can slice some chicken or some beef to slide on the ends of that. You're going to be reducing your overall calorie content. You're going to be in control of how much fat is in your meal. And if you are looking to reduce the overall amount of simple carbs in your diet, eliminating that burger bun is a great way to do it, and you won't feel deprived. You'll still have the flavor of the grill. It's really tasty, and I bet you other people at the grill out are going to be wondering where they could get some kebabs as well. And then the last thing I'll say is a lot of times we reach for some of these easy comfort foods because the label on the package says something like cooks in 3.5 minutes. And that's super duper enticing because we're all short on time. So why not reach for that thing that's going to be super easy? Like this rice creamy 4 cheese little cooks in a bowl thing, right? So just pop it in the microwave, 3.5 minutes, you're going to be done, right? However, this one too has a whole list of ingredients that I can't even pronounce, so I'm not going to try. And in just this little bowl, you're looking at 240 calories, 6 grams of fat, and a bunch of carbs. And they're simple carbs too. This is not a complex carb, high nutrient dense thing. This is a quick, put it in the microwave thing. So why not opt for something like zoodles? These are just zucchini spirals that come out like noodles, and you can saute these in 3 to 4 minutes. So the same amount of time, it's just as quick, and it's way better for you. You're getting close to the food. The food is whole in its form. You're getting all of its nutrients, and you can still top it with anything you like. So maybe it's a pasta sauce, or maybe it's a little bit of simple butter and garlic, or perhaps you have another topping that you love. So when it comes to comfort food, a lot of times we're reaching for it out of a social habit or because we need something quick and easy. And really, when we think about making these simple swaps, they're not that hard and we don't feel deprived. So my homework for you is to make 1, maybe 2 swaps this week. Maybe it's pasta night and you reach for zoodles instead. Maybe you're going to a cookout and you're the one who brings the veggie kebabs. Make those simple swaps. Notice how good it feels to taste good for you food. And know that you don't have to isolate yourself from your friends and family just because you have a weight loss or fitness goal. In fact, you can inspire your friends and family by being the person that brings the healthy alternative. You're doing a great job on this challenge, and I'm with you step for step. I can't wait to see you in the next video. I can't wait to power up practice with you. So if you feel like you want to dive right in, I encourage you to do so. You can join me on Amazon Prime Video.
Introducing Yoga Plus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. Yoga Plus. Download now for free.